I will just start recording here and share the screen. All right. Can everyone see the slideshow there? Okay, awesome. Now, I'm still kind of getting used to some of this technology, so give me just a second. Okay. So this is kind of a little bit about me and my story. I won't go into too much of the detail because we all kind of have a story. But my entire life, I was larger. I was always had really bad self-confidence issues. I really acted out. I was the loud and the funny person, and I I overcompensated for my weight all the time. But when I got pregnant with my first baby, I loved it. I loved my body. I loved everything that was happening because finally I didn't have to suck in. And finally I felt comfortable in my own skin. And it was kind of amazing. However, after I had my son, I unfortunately slipped into a bit of a dark depression, not because of having my son, but because of obviously all the pregnancy hormones. I had a very colicky, grumpy baby for the first probably 9 months of his life. He didn't sleep more than about an hour to hour and a half every night for the first 18 months, and I ate myself through my entire mat leave, and I gained a lot of weight. I really kind of started struggling with the fact that it was either I was going to have to do something and get out of my comfort zone again, or else I was going to have to go to a plus size store and buy a whole new wardrobe for myself that would actually fit. I actually had jeans that were that I had hair ties on my elastic bands and stuff like that to hold my pants together because nothing fit whatsoever. So it was pretty bad. I got into my first challenge group, and within the first challenge group, I lost about 13 pounds. Fast forward about 4 months, I had lost over 35 pounds, 22 inches, and I was in the best shape of my entire life. I am now almost 8.5 months pregnant, and I'm only a couple pounds heavier than when I actually wasn't pregnant at all in my normal weight as an adult. So that's a pretty amazing thing. And that kind of led me to my Vibrant Vixens. I got addicted to the coaching. All I want to do is help people. And that's why I kind of call this my alternate universe, because I got 100% sucked into this. And it's amazing because no one knows this world exists here. So I love it. So in the very beginning of Beachbody, I was facing a lot of difficult times. I had just come out of mat leave, and my life really started to actually spin out of control. I was ready to give up. I was ready to give up my body. I was ready to give up Beachbody coaching, a lot of stuff, because my life just absolutely spun. So when I first started, I had too many Facebook pages. I had forgotten about Facebook pages. I was running 2 challenge groups every month. There was forgotten customers who were angry. My husband lost his very high-paying, very secure job. That rocked us pretty hard. My house was a disaster, and I couldn't keep up, and I have to keep up. I know there's some people that are kind of relaxed and, kind of okay with things, but I can't do that. I have to be in control of things. I'm a very high anxiety person, so if things aren't calm around me, I'm not calm myself. Our pets were sick and dying. We had 2 very sick pets. My son was giving me a run for money. Like I said, he was not a happy boy. I'm also a teacher, so there was marketing, planning, prepping. I'm a shop teacher. I teach the welding and the woodworking. So I always had new shop equipment. I had things breaking down. I was an HTA rep. It was bad. I wanted to be superwoman in every area of my life. And that's not something that I ever compromise with. If I do something, I do it great. And this time in my life was really bad because I wasn't doing anything great at all. My life was absolutely nuts. So this is what my life looked like and felt like on the inside of my brain. I can't deal with that chaos. I'm chaos if my life is chaos. Just one second, guys, sorry. Okay, there we go. So in my head, if things are chaos, then my life is chaos. And I just can't deal with that, being the high anxiety type of person that I am. You can see that very middle picture there of my son. That was the first year of his life. He was not a happy person at all. So this is how my brain personally organizes things. And it might not speak to everyone because your minds are going to be different than mine. I have to have things organized a lot of the time. So I knew something had to change, and I just knew that I was the person who had to change it. So here's what I did. I love this quote. I tossed my hair in a bun. I drank some coffee. I put on some gangster rap, and I handled it because I knew that if I didn't handle it, no one else would. So this is going to be kind of funny to some people, but I teach Christian ethics in a high school, and I teach Christian ethics in high school, and I have been teaching them the Beatitudes. And the first Beatitude, and this will make sense for all of you that are not religious as well. Blessed are those who are the poor in spirit, for theirs will be the kingdom of heaven. And what this pretty much means is that you have to accept your gifts and your flaws. You can't compare yourself to others. And you have to ask God and others for your help when you need it the most. It was funny because as I was up in front of the class speaking about this and telling them, like, you guys are amazing, you have gifts, you have flaws, and you have to really look for those and dig down deep and know that others and God are here for help as well. All of a sudden, something just like clicked in my mind, and I was like, holy crap, that's it. That is 100% it. I needed to be my own student, and I had to preach what I was praying. I had to listen to my own advice to other people. So that's kind of my turning point in the Beachbody business. And all of a sudden I was like, I can't keep doing this. I have to listen to myself, and I have to actually do what I needed to do. So what I realized through that was that I was being a complete hypocrite to myself, my students, and my challengers. I was telling everyone one thing, and I was doing a completely different thing because I thought, well, it's okay because I'm the coach and I have to manage this and this and this and this. No, it's okay because I'm the teacher, and the teacher has to do this, 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 this. Well, that's totally, absolutely 100% bullshit. I have to be doing what I need to do and what I'm telling others to do. I realized that I was losing myself in the business, and then I had no direction, no help. I had no calm in my life. It was not what I wanted from life at all. I had no idea what I was doing at that time. I really realized that instead of powering through that mess and hoping that some things would come together, and I know that as a lot of starting out coaches do, they just kind of hope that it happens, that people sign up. I had to stop and clean it up. It was me that had to do it because I know my own limitations, and I know that I was going way, way, way past those limitations. So this is kind of about how I use consistency to fill in the blank. I use consistency to up my following, to extend my my media following, my connections with people, my SC points every month. I had to sit down and create the consistency to help myself. So this is my big things, and I just went through this with on a team call with my coaches the other night, but consistency without a direction turns into a bunch of random crap. And so even if you have consistency in your business and you're posting every single day, if you're posting very, very random stuff and you don't have direction and you don't have kind of that meaning behind it, it honestly can turn into a bunch of random crap. So my thing is to work backwards. It's to know my ending point so I know how to work towards it. If the first of the month rolls around and I'm just going to hope to God that I can create enough SC points by the 30th, well, that's kind of doing me a disservice because I'm just hoping. I'm not working for it. And we all know that Beachbody, we do have to work from it, or work for it. Sorry, I'm just going to turn my phone off here. So it's all about figuring out what you want from this business, from the end of the business, from the end of the month, the end of the week, whatever that is. And then you need to be strategic then I started being strategic into how I prepped myself to get to that goal and get to that point in time. So the big thing that I actually sat down and did was describe, and you guys need to do this too, describe your business. So I wasn't describing the Beachbody business, and I wasn't even honestly worried about Beachbody at this time. I had to describe my own business to me to kind of figure out what I wanted from this. And we all know that Beachbody can give us everything and anything that we ever want when it comes to the physical, mental, emotional, financially, whatever it is. But it's up to us to actually find out how to get it from that. So the first things I started asking myself was, what type of people do I want to attract? In the very beginning, I was honestly just like shooting bullets everywhere and hoping that someone would grab onto them. I had no idea who was going to like what. I had no idea who it was going to attract. And that kind of started to pose a problem because I didn't know who to be directing my posts to. It just kind of went downhill from there. What's your personal coaching style? So are you the rock? Are you the hard ass? Are you both of them put together? But it's knowing your coaching style and being super, super confident in it and loving it yourself and not being anyone else that anyone else wants you to be. So the other thing was, what will you bring to the team or bring to the business that no one else can? So everyone has something different to offer. It's just figuring out what you can offer and how you can offer it to people to help change their lives. You are your own brand. Do what you want and not what others might want. Being confident in that is super, super important. And it's not always what your challengers want. It's not always what your challengers want or what even the uplines want sometimes. You have to honestly be so secure and so confident with this that you own it. It's your brand and you own it. So separating yourself from the pack. Again, this is all about kind of finding yourself and figuring, like a lot of coaches, and I should say me, I had troubles in the very beginning thinking there's so many Beachbody coaches. Who would choose me? Why would they choose me? Everyone has a Beachbody coach. But the thing is that I can offer something that you can't. And you can offer something that I can't. So it's not about the fact that everyone has Beachbody coaches. It's the fact of what you can set yourself apart from other coaches to offer the people who need you as a coach. Not the other person, not that other coach, but there are people who need you and no one else because there's things that you can offer them. So after all that, I started writing down my business plan, my goals, my brand, and my target. I was able to really, all of a sudden, my mind was up here going crazy. I was absolutely able to funnel everything down to one piece of paper. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, this is exactly what I want. I was able to focus. I was able to strategically plan my posts. I was able to reach out to a market that I could really give a lot to. And this is the turning point of where Beachbody started making sense to me. It wasn't just a random shoot and hope something happens. And that's how my Vibrant Vixens came about. And it's funny because I did have someone ask me the other day, why Vibrant Vixens? And it's really near and dear to me. And that's what your brand should be to you. I'm a new mother. Well, I was a new mother at the time, and I didn't feel vibrant and I didn't feel like a vixen. I wanted women to absolutely own their postnatal experience, their prenatal experience, and not feel like they had to sacrifice their entire life and their physical being for their children, that we can have our cake and eat it too. That was something that was really, really important to me. So I wanted new moms to feel vibrant, to have an excitement for life, to own that new motherhood, but to also honestly feel like a goddamn sexy vixen. That was so important to me, because who doesn't want to feel like that? So that's where the Vibrant Vixens came from for me, and that's why this business started all of a sudden becoming mine, and that was a really, really rewarding experience. So all of a sudden, I had this direction, and I had a clear path in my head of what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. So all of a sudden, it was like, okay, now I have this. Now what? Now what do I do with it? So I had to all of a sudden turn my direction into action. I had to do something with it. And I started here. Every month, at the beginning of the month, this is really what I sit down and do. I plan. Like I said, I'm a planner and I'm an organizer. I have my office set up so it's very directed to me that I'll be very productive. I plan my Facebook posts, the days of the week that I need to do certain things. I create calendars. I get organized. Then I prepare. Preparation is figuring out what I want for my PD and what I need at that month that will direct the PD where to go. So in December, I was really struggling with the whole finding coaches, finding people who want to be actively involved in my team. So I directed December, and most of January directed just to coaching PD, how to draw people, how to encourage them, how to be a great leader. And by the end of January, I had 8 brand new, actively coaching coaches. And most of them have now hit Emerald. So that was, all of a sudden I was like, oh, so Erin's not bullshitting. This PD does really work. It was a big thing that it was kind of a pivotal point, honestly, in my PD, because I don't like doing PD. We joke a lot, the fact that I don't read. I'll listen to it while I'm cooking, but I can't sit down and read. I'll fall asleep. So I prepare myself I do monthly, daily, hourly affirmations. I do a lot of training. I may have been in this for a year now, but I do tons of training all the time. I do new coach boot camps a lot. I don't know if Erin and Miguel see me in there, but I do that a lot just to refresh myself all the time. I write it down and I keep my thoughts organized. I have like a gigantic binder. I have everything sectioned off. I have ideas, challenge posts. I keep everything as organized as possible, because as soon as I get out of my organization, I lose all my thoughts, and then all of a sudden I go to do something and it's completely gone. If organization is your thing, I'm the person. I have a sheet for absolutely everything that talks about everything. I have, all that kind of stuff. But again, like I said, if you don't need to be organized, then you do whatever it is that you need to do to turn that direction into action. And the biggest thing, honestly, was executing it every single day and waking up with that direction and excitement. There's probably about, and I'll be brutally honest with this. There was about 2 or 3 months within Beachbody during the summer that I woke up hating Beachbody. I did. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. I felt like I was losing myself. I hated the stuff that I was posting on my Facebook. I felt totally fake. Oh, look at me. Here I go, drink my Shakeology. And I felt like, am I going to be posting about my Shakeology for years and years from now? Do I post about my workouts every single day? And I realized that I need to get creative because that wasn't me. I had to go in a different direction that was going to make me happy and me excited. I was going to quit as a Beachbody coach during these times, and not many people know that. And it's not something I always share because I'm obviously glad that I didn't, because this is the alternate universe that I have always wanted. And now that I've actually found that direction and I have found my brand, I have found myself in my coaching, and I am crazy confident with it. Like, I feel good about being a coach now. I didn't before. But now that I found that, I wake up with direction and excitement every day. So it's like, okay, what do I need to do today to do A, B, C, D, and E? And if you don't have that direction, or that excitement when you wake up in the morning, then something's not working for you. This is not about Beachbody at this moment. It has everything to do with what's working for you, because this is supposed to be about you. So creating a plan that you will get excited about. I have that quote there, start each day like it's your birthday. That's really, really important to me, because every single morning, if I'm not waking up excited to do this, something has to change, and I change it that moment I'm feeling that way. So whether it's something in the challenge group, whether it's something with my coaches, don't ever feel like you have to make a plan and stick with it. Get crazy, delete everything, throw your binder away and start a brand new one. Sit down with yourself and talk to yourself and say, what is going to make me excited? So decide what this is stuff that we talk about all the time, but it's only now clicked. It took like a year for everything to click for me, because I had to find myself in it. So just decide what your life non-negotiables are. So we talk a lot about what our Beachbody non-negotiables are, like Shakeology, working out, that kind of stuff. What are your life non-negotiables? Mine is that when I'm with my son, I'm with my son. When I'm with my family, I'm with my family. So if it's not working for me, that I am completely stuck to my cell phone at all times, that's not working for me. So my non-negotiable is my cell phone is down when I'm with my son, unless obviously I'm taking pictures of him. But so what are your life non-negotiables are? What is going to make you happy every day? Ask what your business needs to thrive, not what Beachbody needs to thrive. They're already thriving. They're fine. This has nothing to do with them. What does your business need to thrive? Chances are it needs you, but are you thriving from what you're doing? Separate yourself. That goes again with the separating from the pack. Don't be a mold. Don't change. Don't do anything that you don't want to do unless it's going to help us, obviously. Wake up every single day with direction. Don't just throw a whole bunch of stuff out into the world and hope to God that someone feeds off of it or someone is going to comment on it. One of my biggest things is simplify. If you're in chaos, something needs to go. If it is not working in your life and it's making something worse, something's got to give. Simplify everything, because people will feed off of your energy. They will see it through the computer screen. And as soon as you simplify and start directing, you've got them. Keep track of your business and customers. I didn't. I just hoped that I could remember who was who and the challenge groups and all that kind of stuff. I had to get organized. I had to keep track of the business, the customers, and I actually ignored the back office for a really long time. I didn't get to know it. I kind of let things be. And one of the bigger things is create a system that works for you. We have so many PD. We have so many resources, handouts, printables, everything. But find something that works for you. Some things that are going to work for me is not going to work for you, and the same for absolutely everyone. So I prep myself all the time. I have lists so that I can go back to and say, okay, what am I doing today? No, if that's not going to work, let's do something different. And I can actually go into my months and I can say, okay, my invite is going to be on the 17th. So a week before the 17th, I am going to mark on my calendar that I'm strategically marking down the days so that I can get people interested and ready and pepped up for my challenge invite. So here's the big thing. Here was a big thing for me. I am a people pleaser. I want everyone to be happy with anything I'm doing. And this is a really cool part in the business that it felt good. I finally decided that I was going to be whoever I wanted to be, and I was going to be whoever the hell I wanted. And it felt amazing. Grow a pair and be who you want to be. One of my whys, quite a long time ago, was all about when I was 16, who did I want myself to be? Am I being who I want to be? So figuring out who it is you want to be and just do it. Just be you. And so with confidence comes be who you want to attract. Be confident in the people you want to attract and be confident in you, because my God, you guys are amazing. Be the hard worker, the genuine, caring, organized, driven, happy, content, fit, everything. Because if you're going to waver on those things, you're going to attract challengers who are going to be the same way, coaches who are the same way. And I found that out the hard way. Be sincere, but be firm and keep your standards high. And that goes to the value of challenge packs. I was running free groups for quite a while. Even when I was selling challenge packs, there was times that 3/4 of the people in my groups were freebies. They came with programs from other people, or I bought a bag of Shakeology off of the auction site. Can I be a part of your challenge group? And being a starting coach, I was like, yeah, come, everyone, come to me. But all of a sudden, I was doing my groups for free, and I was like, no, this isn't happening. You don't go to the Y, get a membership from the Y, and then try to go work out at a different gym. That doesn't happen. So why am I marking myself lower in that? So always keep your standards high, because if you don't keep your standards high, your challengers will not only walk all over you, but they will lower their own standards and say that everything is okay. Everything's good. I didn't lose weight in that challenge group. That's okay. Be firm. Believe in yourself. Others will too. Goes along with being confident. Confidence comes with learning, with personal development, and being true to you. Do your professional development. I didn't obviously realize how important it was. And never, ever, 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 ever feel the need to do what other people want you to do or what other people want you to be. This business is so about you. It's obviously done through Beachbody, but Beachbody's thriving. Beachbody knows what to do. They know what to do, but you need to know what you need to do for yourself. So with change comes confidence, but with confidence, never change. You do not have to be someone you don't want to be. You do not have to fit a mold. And never lose the person who bought that first challenge pack. Always stay humble. That was a really, really important thing to me. I started getting a little cocky, and one day I was typing up one of my whys, and I was like, I feel great about me, but I need to get back to my roots. I need to get back to who I was, and always remember that, so that I could always be there to relate to people, because that is my big thing, is helping people. Someone said to me a while ago, like, what would you do if Beachbody, it was one of the big questions off the calls, is what would you do if Beachbody fired you tomorrow? Would it be about the money? Would it be about helping people? And honestly, for me, it wouldn't be about the money. Of course, the money is fantastic and it's nice, and we all want to be millionaires, but I couldn't lose my challengers. I couldn't lose my coaches. I couldn't lose that sense of community that I had gotten in the very first place. The reason that I actually started Beachbody coaching in the first place. And the last thing I'll say is focus your energy. I am a sponge. I am a total sponge. If you have a problem, I will not only carry that problem for you, I will figure it out for you. I will work it out. I will beat up wherever the hell I need to beat up so that your problem goes away. If you are the same as me, and even if you're not, this is so incredibly important. If you do not focus your energy, you will drowned in everyone else's bad energy, because which energy is going to be probably the first thing that comes to you is all the bad energy from all these challengers, because a lot of our challengers carry a lot of emotional weight around with them. Screw the physical weight, but the emotional weight that they carry with them is really hard sometimes, because they can kind of grow towards you as a venting machine, as a excuse machine, whatever it may be. As a teacher, this is something that's been very, very hard to deal with my students. And it comes down to a little example I'll give you. In my class, the first year of teaching, it was not a good year. I was a very strict teacher, but I didn't know how to focus my energy on the certain students who needed it the most. So I would really make examples. No, I shouldn't even say make examples. That's kind of a harsh way to say it. But I would kind of, when someone was acting out, I would really focus my energy there, and I needed to sit down and have one-on-ones and meetings, and we needed to figure everything out. Well, that's not what we should be doing. I needed to be focusing my energy on the good behavior, on things that were happening in that student's life that was a positive instead of the negative. Because when we focus on all the negative, that is all that's going to be coming from us. So I needed to learn to focus my energy in every single area of my life. So my sister actually sent me this positivity pledge, and it's on my fridge. And every time someone tries to soak up some negative energy from it, I go and I rehearse this. And I can't even tell you how many times I have seriously rehearsed it. And by the end of saying it, I'm like, shit, I got this. I've got this, and I know what to do, and I can handle this shit now. So it says, I shall no longer allow negative thoughts or feelings to drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good that is in my life. I will think it, feel it, and speak it. By doing so, I will send out vibes of positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract to my life. That is really, really intensely important in my life. And if my thoughts that day are not aligning with this pledge, something has to change right there. So the things that I had to change about my energy and my focus were this. I had to focus on people who would focus. If I had people running in and out of the challenge group giving me excuses, I stopped replying to them. I stopped giving them that feeling of, oh, okay, well, that's okay. You do what you need to do. I didn't give them that energy anymore. And that alone, if I just put that there, that alone changed my challenge groups. Tough love. We're not therapists for our repeat offenders. So now and then, a challenger or a coach comes to us and, life gets tough. We know that. But when it happens over and over and over, I'm not a therapist. I can't always be here to hold everyone's hand, and it's not my job. I'm here to help them in every way I can in aiding them in finding themselves. I had to really put down my foot with a lot of people. Focus on the energy creators in your groups. And we do that a lot with the whole shout outs to so-and-so is doing an amazing job. Thanks for posting. Thanks for being an awesome leader. But really focusing on the energy creators. Focusing on the bad energy will bring the bad energy. I had one group where I really tried to push all of the negative people and, oh, come on guys, put that cookie down, you can do this. And they would actually be posting pictures of their McDonald's meals, their cookies. Like, I'm talking, this was the worst challenge group I had ever done in my whole life. And that was the one I worked with the most, the one I put the most energy into, and they fed off of it, because then they started feeding off of each other. As soon as I axed it out, it was totally fine. So be true to yourself and true to your character. Don't put on an act to impress anyone but yourself. If you're putting on an act in the Beachbody world and it's not you, or you're putting on an act and you don't feel right about it, or you feel like you're really putting on a show, stop. Only be you. If you don't feel good about how you are running your business, then stop. Direct your focus, direct your energy, and find how that can be completely spun around so that the world can seriously see you. And the world should not ever see anyone but you. Beachbody, you don't have to get naked on Facebook. You don't have to, all of a sudden doll yourself up like Dolly Parton, big hair and big boobs. You don't have to do any of that stuff, because this is all about being totally real and having people relate to you. So if sometimes you do doll up, oh my God, I love to get dolled up. That's you then. But if not, don't. And if anyone has anything negative to say, whether that's a friend, a family, a challenger, anything, straight up tell them to fuck off. Because you are changing lives, and no one else can bring you down about that. If someone is going to have something negative to say about the fact that you're helping people be happy, fuck off. That's not cool. They can be separated from your life from that point on, because you don't need that. Don't feed into that energy. Grow a thick skin and allow those haters to hate. So just be who you need to be. That is the last thing that I'm going to say. Thank you guys so much for this. That was the most terrifying thing probably in my entire life that I've had to do. I'm just going to stop sharing. There, can everyone see like the whole span of everything here? Okay, so all I'm going to leave you guys with tonight is, seriously, please be who you are. Please, if you're crazy, be crazy. If you are a super shy person that hides behind, I don't know, your hair, I don't know what it is, then be that person, but just acknowledge it so that other people can see and relate to you and love you, because everyone on this call tonight has something different to bring. We don't need to fit into a mold. And that's what I've loved about this Beachbody journey, is that in the beginning, I was totally like shoving myself into this mold and like, how do I be a Beachbody coach? That's not what it is. Beachbody coach is whoever you are, because you're going to attract whoever that person is that you are. And be confident. Be outrageously confident in that, because until you are, you're not going to get, and you're not going to be able to show people what confidence is, what happiness is, and all that kind of stuff. I'll say that I have definitely had issues with this in the last 4 months. I am popping out pregnant. Like everyone said, I could go into labor right now. That'd be fine with me. But in the last while, I don't have those Shakeology posts, those exercise posts. Shakeology, I actually couldn't drink a lot of in pregnancy because I would puke it up. I don't have the exercise post because I have been instructed not to exercise by my doctor. I have a lot of complications that are going on with my pregnancy right now. So trying to find that, oh man, I'm a Beachbody coach and I'm supposed to be coaching all this other kind of stuff. I had to all of a sudden turn it around on myself and say, okay, who am I? What do I need other people to see? And what do they need me to be doing for them? So I really encourage you guys to do some soul searching, sit down and make a plan and a direction, and really look into your guys' selves and see what you can give to the other people. Because after you do that, people just all of a sudden, they just roll into you because they want to be around that positive energy. Okay, does anyone have any, I don't know, any questions or anything? Or should I end? I don't know how to do this. If anyone has any, oh, I want to see the baby bump. Oh, okay, ready for this? It is big. But you know what, guys? The really exciting thing is that my natural hair. Oh, yes. This is my natural hair. The cool thing about this pregnancy is that when I was not pregnant, like when I started this journey a year ago, I was about 175 pounds. And now I am 8.5 months pregnant, ready to pop at any second, and I am at 185 pounds. I'm only 10 pounds heavier than when I started, so that feels really good. Okay, does anyone have any? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, the bump is cute, isn't it? Okay, if you guys have any other questions, always please feel free to reach out to me if you ever need anything. Like I said, I am flawed in every form of the word flaw, and that's what makes, I think, good beach body coaches and people we can trust and go to. So thank you guys so much. That was terrifying. Now I need to go like walk around the block and shake it off. Okay, you guys have an amazing, oh wait, oh yeah, thanks guys, you're awesome. Have an amazing night. I'll end the call and talk to you guys soon.